no gold is not enough.
On the grid for the last race of the season. All 5 lights are on then. As we leave the grid in America, Nazareth gets a good start, which is just what he needed to do. Followed by, that's Pergris also getting a fantastic start, blasting into 5th place, side by side into turn 1. Nazareth with the inside line, contact at the back as Decunha smashes into the back of Alpha Studs. Also in the back, Jack Ethan has decided to have a little spin of his own. That's given Briggsy 2 positions off the line already. We'll go further down the grid, side by side into the S's. And it's Becco, Dido and Alpha Studs. Everyone cutting the track. What was Pergris doing there? He's cut the whole track. He's practically in Mexico. As Becco gets spun round by Pergris going slowly. Also contacting with Dido as well as you ride on board with Albert. Slayer behind, just watching the chaos unfold as Pergris goes wide yet again as someone else has spun, I believe. Coming out of that looks to be Albert. The right is also has spun. Coming out of that section there. It's going to allow everyone else past. Briggsy looking for a move around the outside of Broggers. Can he put it off? He's still there. But no, it's a massive fire. His Nazareth is absolutely blasted into the lead. We're going to turn 1. As Briggsy looks to go around the outside. We've got a yellow flag in Sector 2 and Sector 3. That's Becco that's spun round if you look on the mini-map there. We're going to ride on board with this, so it's into the S as we go. Almost side by side between the drivers. As Becco has surprisingly retired from the race. Maybe he's just had enough already. He was in second after all, and he's had a shambolic first lap, so he must be incredibly frustrated for speeding in the pit lane. But Slayer's come back at him. Down the inside he goes. Era Voice goes wide, and that's given Slayer back into 5th. Yellow flag in sector 2 and 3, I believe, as Decunha or Broggers. Broggers, by the looks of it, has spun in almost the exact same way as his teammate Decunha did, but just in a bit different section of track. Can he come back though? As I do believe that's Alpha Stuns has spun at the last corner, the exact same place I got spun round actually yesterday in the practice session. It's almost hit the same wall I hit as well. He's ludicrous. As he looks for a move down the inside, Perkins leaves a tiny bit of space, but barely any. As he goes round the outside, he's still holding it. Fantastic move. I've never seen a move like that before. Still holding down the inside. As down the hill we go. What a move. So Nazareth absolutely storming away in this race. I think, yep, unsurprisingly, Broggers really spun again. If you saw the brief yellow flag, almost 12 lap old medium is, I think Broggers has spun again. No, Decunha has spun this time. It's a different, the Dams cars are now basically the spin cars. It is the Sebastian Vettel F1 team practically. As in the yellow flag in sector 3, I think that's Slayer spinning. Yep, Slayer spun it just before the Turkey Turn 8 rip-off. That's pushed him down to 9th place. It's going to burn his tyres to shreds. Oh my god, he's missed a pit. He's not pitting. He's going to get disqualified. What a maniac. Comes across the line, and he's been disqualified from the race for failing to use the tyre compounds available. Which effectively means he hasn't pitted at all race. That's absolutely bizarre. That's going to give him the podium to Era Voice. What was Dido playing at? As Nazareth comes around the last corner to win the first race at the US of A, spinning at the finish line in a flurry of tomfoolery. As Briggsy comes around the last corner to take a well-earned second place, so a fantastic recovery drive from him. Is he going to do the same? No, he doesn't quite pull it off. As we couldn't end the race without another mistake from Slayer, who's just let Pergris back pass, but he'll still end up 7th place because Pergris has managed to amass 27 seconds worth of penalties. As the lights are coming on for the last race of the F2 friendly. As we leave the grid for the finale, Pergris gets a pretty good start as Slayer bogs down Jack is looking to come around the outside. Briggsy and Nazareth side by side into turn 1 with sandwich with Era Voice with being the sandwich in the middle into turn 1. Relatively clean from all drivers involved. Perkins holding the lead as side by side, this is maybe not so clean. Broggers has spun again. I mean, he's made it past one corner as Albert Devine has been spun round as well at the S section. So is Jack, his teammate. That's going to sabotage the whole race. It's side by side between Becco and Declina. Becco's not even in the lobby anymore, so that's just his AI control now. As Nazareth is looking for a move. Briggsy's astonishingly made it up into third. What's a first lap from him? Pushing Alpha Sun's wide. As that's going to give Nazareth, that's effectively going to give Nazareth third place. As down the pit straight we go. Up the hill into turn 1. Nazareth with the inside line. Era Voice also going down the inside. Almost a 5-car battle. We've got Heroes, Era Voice and Dido have been spun round. That's going to absolutely make them throw the towel in probably. As he hits the Lickby Moly side as well for good measure. DRS has only enabled this lap as we're coming to now. There's 3 temps separated. Slayer has got a terrible exit. It's going to allow Briggsy into the lead. Briggsy's going to be storming off now. In the background we have Dido, who's spun and lost his whole front wing. Going into the pit lane, facing him. He's off the track. No, he's not, John. There's got another yellow flag up ahead. Who's that? It's Nazareth. Nazareth is out of the race. The championship contender has crashed. Does that mean, as the VSC is deployed, what? Does that mean Nazareth is going to win the? Does that mean Briggsy's going to win the championship? Perkins and Ducan, I'm talking of. Perkins with a 6-second penalty. As he lunges down the inside, does he pull off the move? Briggsy spun. I believe Briggsy spun. Briggsy spun it. The potential championship contenders spun round to 2 championship contenders, having a shocker that might give the champion. That might have just given the championship back to Nazareth. I'm not sure. What an absolutely crazy race we're having here. Both championship contenders having shockers. If he stays third, he is a champion. So this is from Nazareth. If Briggsy stays third, as Dugan has spun yet again, nearly hits the wall but manages to avoid it. As he spun again, he's done a full 360 now. But currently Briggsy is champion. A Slayer's going to be slower than the bloody 2019 Williams car around here. He goes for the move. This should be a relatively easy move. Contact between the two. Slayer's holding it. Slayer's held the position. Alpha Sons goes to the switchback into the last corner. Side by side between 2 drivers. They've both spun round. Oh no! Era Voice. And I believe that was... Who else was that? I couldn't quite tell. Albert Devine both battling as Slayer goes down the inside of turn 1. As Alpha Stones takes second place. Can he... The most important thing here though is can he build a 3-second lead against Slayer with that horrendous front wing damage. As there's Briggsy then winning the last race of the season and winning the 2020 and 2021 IFR Christmas friendly championship to cross the line to be world champion. Just to repeat, Briggsy is your champion then in the IFR Christmas friendly with a gap of only 7 points between Briggsy and Nazareth. Briggsy winning the championship with 236 with Nazareth on 229. What a fantastic race to end off the season as there's your world champion and on the podium. He must be absolutely elated.